Folks, you know my next guest as Lowell, the mechanic on NBC's Wings. Well, these days he can be seen in his own show called Ned and Stacy, Monday nights on Fox. Please welcome to our program, Thomas Haden Church. Thanks for coming. Welcome to New York City. I understand this
Thank you. I got to tell you, man, you spared no expense on the special effects for the Gingrich-Clinton thing.
It cost $600,000. Yeah, $600,000.
The lips were lifelike. The rest of it was a little. I think they were both a little wooden. They didn't seem to be in character, but the lips were.
All right. Well, we're working on
luscious.
that. We're working on it. Where are you from originally? You're from Texas?
I am absolutely from Texas.
Is this strange for you to be in New York City? Have you been here a lot?
I come to New York quite often. And actually, the first time I came to New York, I was a little intrigued with the whole garbage barge controversy that was going on. And I just wanted to ride on the garbage barge. And then I realized that the whole controversy surrounded somebody steering it off to another state where they could actually dump the garbage.
So it was a big thing here in New York.
It wasn't available for sightseeing around the island of Manhattan at all.
That's your fantasy?
Actually, when I was walking, I saw a huge roach. I mean, a giant one, like the size of a small kitten.
Right.
And it reminded me, whenever I was growing up in South Texas, there was a controversy. My life laden with them. But we used to mistake roaches for palmetto bugs. Are you familiar with this?
Yeah.
You know what palmetto bugs are?
Help me out here.
They call water beetles down there. That's for their own sanity.
What happened to you?
Because they can't believe that a roach would be that big. It looks exactly
Not
like
only that, but palmetto bugs fly. Which, you know, exponentially increases your terror. Whenever, because you're always afraid maybe there's some sort of like decaying food particle trapped in their antennae as they're staring towards you, you know.
That's an odd fear that you have.
Yes, it is.
Well, that's a nice insight into your life. Well, speaking of, I know you used to actually work. You used to work cleaning up the highways. I've heard you talk about this before. You used to clean the highways in Texas. That was an early job you had.
I used to pick up, when I was in high school, I dropped out of high school just, for a brief period of time.
To get that good highway cleaning thing.
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
No one could beat you to the punch.
It was an industry with no boundaries at that time. Every time an armadillo wandered onto the highway, another opportunity, you know? Which is actually a little-known fact. A lot of people don't realize Texas is known for having a lot of dead armadillos on the highway. And does anybody know why there are so many armadillos killed on the highway? Bob?
Possibly shot by Texans, huh?
No, you know what it is? So many insects are hit by cars that there is a veritable cornucopia of insects lying on the highway.
And the armadillos go to eat the insects.
They come to eat the wounded insects. The wounded, the maimed.
Wait, an insect hit by a 75-mile-an-hour car is just wounded?
Here's it, just missing one leg and scampering desperately off to try to get off the highway. They're more concerned with getting run over again as opposed to the armadillos. The juggernaut of bloodthirsty armadillos. No, but I did. Yeah, I used to pick up goats, rabbits, field mice.
Were animals ever alive when you found them and you could actually care for them? And
the only thing that we ever did one time, and I have to say, we found a raccoon that had been hit, and it was dead. But just to play a trick on some motorists, we put a lit cigarette in this raccoon's mouth. And somehow or another, the cigarette stayed lit for a while, and people have, and we caused an 18-car pileup. No.
That was the only mistake that could have encouraged other raccoons to smoke.
Yeah, see, that's the problem.
That's wrong.
That's the problem you run into.
I've reached the pinnacle in my career, upstaged by Bob Klein with my own story.
It's an honor.
Your story's
It's
very
an honor
good.
when that happens.
You know what? I got to tell you, you're talking about the first HBO special, which I remember.
You were living in Western Pennsylvania.
I was actually alive. I was alive back in the mid-'70s. But I remember the first HBO special when you used to do the I Can't Stop My Leg routine. Still one of my favorites.
Still my theme song. Thanks for mentioning
Isn't it really?
And watch Wings.
No longer.
What is this?
Oh, no?
No
watch
longer,
it,
Bob.
Don't watch
this?
it anymore. What
That's
do you
right.
want?
You're going. No, he left Wings. He's off
he
Wings
left.
now.
Hi.
I should ask you about that. That's
Bob, just take my spleen out and read my future.
Let's mention
read the
that.
bile in my spleen.
Let's
Andy,
mention
what
that
did I do?
because
I feel like Jerry Lewis. Oh,
But
that's
I
gonna
can
get
remember
going.
when HBO first came out, it was great because, my parents were unsuspecting. It was, at that time, cable was kind of in its modeled fledgling stage. And nobody knew what kind of programs they were going to have on HBO. And they had movies where you could see women's breasts, okay?
Isn't America
fascinating
great?
detail
Right.
when you'd come home and you're looking for the after-school special and you land on, like somebody's breasts in the middle of the afternoon. I was a huge fan of HBO when I was 13. Huge. I wrote letters to everybody involved with HBO.
All right, can you hang on one sec? Because we'll do
Absolutely.
another segment. Can you hang on just a minute?
Of course.
All right, we're going to have more in just a second with Thomas Haden Shirt. Stick around. We've got to do a break right now. Hey, everybody, we're back. I'm here with Thomas Haden Church, and we mentioned this. We referred to it in the last segment, but you were no longer on Wings.
That is correct,
That was
sir.
your own decision.
I did. I left the show.
Now that's a big risk. That's a show that's very successful. It's been on
Has
for
been.
35 years or something. Going
And it's
forever.
running continuously on cable television. It's they're hoping to turn it into a Wings universe. I mean,
Okay.
we're trying to supplant the national anthem with the Wings theme music.
Well, was that something that was a hard thing to do? Was this a hard decision to make? I'm going to leave Wings.
The decision really pretty much came down to a financial one. Could I leave behind, a couple of $1 million to go off and make no money on a show that had, at the time, no future beyond the pilot? But creatively, it was... Hey, that's good, Tom. It's a good choice, Tom.
I'd have been tossing and turning all night. Yeah.
Well, I did. I did some tossing and turning. But, it was an opportunity to leave a part-time job where I spent a lot of time smoking and scowling and cursing in the privacy of my dressing room, mainly at pillows. And, but to go on and to star in your own show. It's on Fox, and we're up against the Monday Night Football juggernaut, which has been in place for like 28 seasons. And I'm a huge fan of Dan Dierdorf, so it's particularly
Really? So this is an
unsettling.
emotionally hard thing for you to do, to actually go up against football?
It's a tough, yeah. I mean, I love football, and I like to watch Monday Night Football. But it's a tough time slot on Monday night.
Yeah.
This is an absolutely unfunny area, and there's not one damn thing I can do about it at this point, Conan.
No, make ratings really funny right now for everybody. You can do it. I know you can.
Look at my
Now,
teeth.
Speaking of which, let me ask you, what is this thing on your chin? Is that
Nanny
an actual...
goat whiskers.
Can we get a close-up of that? Is that an
Get a
actual
close-up
beard
of
you're
that.
growing, or
That's it. I have 19 whiskers. I can actually still pick up Radio Free Moscow.
is this technically a beard right here?
They're nanny goat whiskers. I'm a goat man. I'm a goat man from Texas. Raise them, don't raise them. That's one person got it. One person got it.
Well, you led us from an unfunny area into an even better one.
No, this is
that
my
really-
own little
is that-
rite of passage. My own little masculine kind of microbus right there.
Is that what happens when you decide to go full out and grow a beard? Is that what happens?
It's what happens when your body, it's only producing 10% of the testosterone it should. No.
All right, very.
Deep voice, though.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert.
Very
Handsome
nice.
guy. This guy is incredibly handsome. Look at
Thank
me.
you, Robert.
Why don't you two get a room? What the hell's going on here?
That doesn't mean that. I can admire him without being such...
Really.
All right.
You have no fear of whisker burn, except for like 1 square inch on your body. Yeah.
All right. Well, let me ask you about the new show.
Oh, yeah,
What's quickly the Ned and Stacy?
Ned and Stacy, 9:30. I think on the East Coast, 9:30. Monday nights, Monday Night Football, and I play an ad exec in New York City.
Cool.
It's very funny. Critically acclaimed. I was singled out by Time Magazine a couple of weeks ago. As
You were on the cover, I believe.
Nah, along with Desmond Tutu and I. They were going polar opposites in the planet society.
I can't believe you had to share. That was so wrong. All right, well, Ned and Stacey, Mondays, 9:30 on Fox. Thanks a lot for coming.
Thank you,
nice
Conan.
to meet you. Thanks
Thank
for being
you.
here. All right, Thomas Haden Church, everybody. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stick around.